My name is Steve Murphy, and I am a candidate for the Boone Electric Board of Directors. Grew up in St. Louis. I went to school at Missouri S&T, formerly University of Missouri-Rolla. Chemical engineer by degree. I worked in automotive for 21 years, and now I've been in Columbia for the last 14 to 15 years, working at Poet Biorefining in Ladonia, Missouri. That experience with Poet is really kind of the key for me. Being in the biofuels industry, we're pursuing lower carbon strategies all the time. We currently at Ladonia capture over 300 tons a day of CO2 off of fermentation. We also started up a new dry ice plant earlier this year. So all that CO2 we capture is being utilized in a productive economic way. And that's really the key to being a greener, more efficient operation for an electric utility or a business that is in biofuels, is to find a better use for the CO2 burden you do have. And tried to lower that carbon intensity, and that's the way we've done it. I've lobbied in both Washington, D.C. and in Jefferson City, Missouri on energy issues. So a lot of my background and past experience relates to where electric co-ops, electric industry, Boone Electric in particular, are at the current point in time. And that's why I think I could add something to the board. The Ladonia plant is also a big energy user, so price is important to me. Our utility bill is over $3 million a year for electricity. We actually generate a little bit of electricity on site with a co-op partner, MPUA, who's also here in town, here in Columbia. They run a turbine and generate the electricity. We take the waste heat to generate steam to run our distillation process. It's called a combined heat and power process. And that's one of the innovations and things to get base load power to complement the renewables that are being built. Solar farms are going in Vandalia and Mexico currently, but you still need base load for nights and evenings when the sun isn't shining or power demand is very, very high. The big challenge for utilities going forward are integrating intermittent generation, wind and solar with baseload generation. And policies are the key to making it happen. There's incentives in both Washington, D.C. and Jefferson City that are assisting some of that, and you've got to play by those rules. You may not like the rules, but they're the rules. If you're playing any game, the Chiefs won the Super Bowl or got to the playoffs, they beat the 49ers because the 49ers didn't know the rules changed during the coin flip in overtime. If you know the rules, you take advantage of the rules, and that's how wins the game. And you've got to know where credits are in the Inflation Reduction Act. You got to know how carbon credits are moving forward or backwards. Administrations change, Congress changes, both in Missouri and in Washington, D.C. I've got a familiarity with that. We're taking advantage of some of the Inflation Reduction Act within Poet now for some of those incentives. And whatever you think about greenhouse gases and global warming and intervention of certain administrations or the lack of, the rules are the rules, and you have to play by those. So being familiar with those is one of the assets I bring to the board. I'm also a consumer here in Boone Electric, so I need, as far as electric service, first thing is you want safety, then you want reliability, and then you want cost. Those are all critical features of any utility. Boone has done a very good job on reliability and safety in my time here at Columbia. But as we get to go forward, transformer issues, battery backup, how integrating rooftop solar into the grid, those are going to all be challenges with transformers that are currently a long lead time item in the industry. It takes months, maybe years to get certain size transformers into your system. You've got to have the right lead times, the right inventory. You don't want to tie up a lot of assets in inventory. That kind of financial planning is what drives rates for the membership, for industries and in here in Boone County, and for residential users as well. Boone has done a nice job. I think their different rate window periods of peak, off-peak, and super off-peak is a clever innovation to get people to use power when it's better available, to guide charging of electric vehicles and things to off-peak hours when there's baseload power and excess electricity available. I think that's syncing up demand and generation is really going to be the big challenge for the industry. and driving consumer behavior early. So I think I give Boone, Kurt Board, and the team here at Boone Electric a lot of credit for being proactive and looking at those kind of challenges before they become an issue. That's where a lot of my experience and my interest in the Boone Electric Board comes from, being in the renewable fuels industry, making biofuels, and why I think I'm a good fit for where the electric industry and Boone Electric needs to go and where the industry is going in the future. The plant in Ladonia was a co-op as well when it started. Was farmer owned, 80% actually. Boone Electric is investor, customer owned. Rather than investor owned, the customers are the investors. If there's an excess of funds, those are redistributed back to the membership through credits at the end of the year. I think that's a great policy. The goal is to be the best service provider you can, not trying to make money per se. And I think I could assist in that goal and hopefully maintain the reliability, safety, and low cost that Boone has done so far in its history. Thank you.